So the demand letter was very simple. Basically, what the kidnappers and ransomers wanted me to say was that Helen had killed Lawrence, and that all the food in our house was isolated, and we weren't allowed to touch the food that was prepared for Lawrence, because the food that was prepared for Lawrence was killing him or something like that. And then the kidnapping ransomers had wanted me to say that Quayle had was a victim of disease control, and maybe was spreading it, and then that Darren Striplin was selling raffle tickets in hopes of waiting for someone to plot revenge and possibly take their life. The kidnapping ransomers have wanted me to say that Shantell, Renee, Pervoe, Lonnie Stokes, Jean Pierre was signing people up for the Unocal oil refinery spill, and had claimed some insurance money, and the kidnapping ransomers wanted me to say that my mom was responsible for killing my brother Mark Anthony Russell, shooting him on the way to a camping trip and leaving him on the side of the road dead, and that my family was criminals. And the kidnapping ransomers had decided that they were going to run a United States military training program, some Arctic training program, to make it appear as though they knew that everything was designed to be like that. Like, they knew that Quayle didn't have a disease and wasn't spreading it. They knew that that Darren wasn't waiting for people to kill him by selling raffle tickets. They knew that Helen Grace Striplin didn't kill her husband Lawrence Striplin by food poisoning, and they knew that Shantell Stokes wasn't doing insurance, doing anything wrong with insurance money. But for the sake of somebody looking on my mobility device, because I'm an African American paraplegic man with blood prosthetics and a mobility device, and seeing everything that did occur in my house, this would give a hedge of protection on Helen Grace Striplin, a hedge of protection on Quayle Striplin, a hedge of protection on Darren Striplin, and a hedge of protection on Shantell, Renee, Pervoe, Lonnie Stokes. And then they were going to be sending me off to Jamaica, or to Paris, or to Japan, and then I would work as a singer, songwriter, hip-hop recording artist, author, actor, athlete, motivational speaker, software developer, student, teacher of a private school, business hopeful, charity advocate, archaeologist, fashion designer, model, choreographer, dancer, game designer, owner of a casino, owner of a church, owner of a synagogue, zoologist, theologist, a religious leader, financier, bank owner, film director, and many other different job titles to support myself, and then make a lot of money, and open up a lot of opportunity for other Americans to come to these foreign countries and take over these businesses, which will give the United States of America an advantage over some of these locations where we're disadvantaged at. And that was their whole little plan. That was their Arctic training thing. And then they took this ransom that they established inside of the hostage takeover location themselves, and killed Helen Grace Striplin, killed Darren Striplin, killed Quayle Striplin, and killed Shantell, Renee, Pervoe, Lonnie Stokes, Jean Pierre. And it might have been a ransom on Chris that maybe he had liked it, girls or something like that. But that was pretty much what the and he was buying wholesale retail on things that you can buy from stores and sell on the streets in order to make money. But that was pretty much what the ransom was. And they didn't say that they were going to be killing people or anything like that. Now, before they wanted me to give the ransom to FBI David Johnson. This is what David Livingston, the ransomer, created. Now, the person who did the food thing was Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson, and Dwayne Skater, and Anthony Snakehead, and Dwayne Snakehead, and BB Jennifer, and Marquesa Peters. They're the ones that created the ransom on Helen Grace Striplin, McLeod Smith, and then the San Francisco sheriff that turned into the San Francisco corporals to make it appear to maintain their appearance of some Arctic training. All right, so they wanted us to give this to, and they wanted me to say that I had HIV/AIDS, and that was it, and that I have been giving it to it. I have been giving it in a blood transfusion with mercury and hepatitis. So that was it. So they made it appear as though some of the ransom would look real, and the other ransom they had put around it to make it look authentic. And then I'll be going off to a location with my passport and probably work for a company called Sony in Japan. In a high-tech capital where everything could be okay, but providing the way that I was able to maintain myself in a hostage takeover location by giving myself all of these trade skills. All right, so that's what happened. They wanted me to give the ransom to the receptionist Linda, Secretary Linda, who answered the phone representing herself as the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and transferring the calls to the FBI San Francisco, California field office, which is David Johnson at the time. And the telephone number is 415-553-7400. Now, before this, they had kidnapped me from Carquinez Middle School in Crockett, California, and held me hostage at their 5-story home, taking me to a series of commercial real estate properties, agricultural real estate properties, and residential real estate properties between the years of 1990 and 2011, and had severely tortured me to create this ransom. And then that was it. And so they said that I was gonna be killed if I didn't give the ransom. My family was gonna be killed if I didn't give the ransom. I had went to David Johnson's, the FBI San Francisco field office myself, and I had wrote on a piece of paper that Sheriff David Livingston, with his business license from City Hall, Martinez, California, for Contra Costa County Sheriff Department, and Secretary of State Office in Sacramento, California, for Contra Costa County Sheriff Office, had kidnapped me and demanded this ransom so he can kill my family for a home invasion. And that he also wanted me to file civil charges on Kamala D. Harris, the State Attorney General, for not doing the audit, himself for kidnapping me and holding me hostage as a slave, my mom, my family, Shantell, Renee, Pervoe, Lonnie Stokes, and a police report on my mom, Helen Grace Striplin, saying that my mom, Helen Grace Striplin, had kidnapped me. And he wanted me to say that I was a robot from Robot Planet, that everything is identified on the cybernet or the internet, and that I had my own sovereignty called Robot Planet, where all of the crimes from the United States were happening on my property. He wanted me to say that I was a cyberbot, and that my possession, my occupation was that in law enforcement. I was a cybernetic controller cop operative with eye cameras, with cameras in my eyes, and a voice recorder, and I was filing charges because I had a brand new album called lust, and my job was to help people get into relationships, stay in relationships, and have children by having all of the sex positions and all of the ways to maintain a relationship in the bedroom. And that's what his whole little scam was. Meanwhile, so I go to David Johnson's office. Oh, he wanted me to sue the United States president, and that was it. And then so I go to David Johnson's office, and then he and said that David Livingston had kidnapped me from my middle school. He wants me to file charges on Kamala D. Harris, the California State Attorney General. He wants me to file charges on Shantell Stokes, Helen Grace Striplin, his own Contra Costa County Sheriff Department business license, you, the FBI, and the United States of America president. He wants me to say this scam that I'm a robot from Robot Planet, my own country, and then he wants me to make a call in to the FBI at 415-553-7400 and say this. And then on the voice recorder, he wants me to write this ransom to every one of the senators, and then he wants me to go to Mexico and get an apartment and stay there for the time being. Meanwhile, he forced me on Social Security Administration, and he's stealing my ID. He went to the Department of Motor Vehicle and changed my name from Aaren Striplin to Aaren Williams as a first name, and so that he can have his paraplegics that look identical to me, swap me out, kill me, and so he can assume my ID that he had been taking me to get the entire time that he had me kidnapped. And then David Johnson told me to get a private investigator. So I had got a voice recorder. Every time that David Livingston came in to get the ransom, I had recorded it and got a wiretap and started mailing it to the FBI. I got an evidence locker and started putting evidence and exhibits of him trying to buy back his scam. All of the people, the deposits that he made in his hostage takeover location, he kept me there sedated, raping me and torturing me and beating me and isolating me till he can find somebody to serve. And then once he found people to serve, he would escort me to those people, and then those people would make the withdrawals from the deposits that he made, and then they would call him and make it seem like I was a criminal so he can have me tied up so that he can steal my ID and kill me for my passport for Trump. So that's what was happening. So Obama, Trump, Biden, Harris were all in on it with Smith. And so I told on him. So now he kidnaps me and gives me a real blood transfusion with real HIV and real hepatitis and real mercury and demands this ransom on the phone. In order for me to get the IV to David Livingston physically, I called Linda and tell her on 405 the ransom. But I already wrote it down that it was only a fake ransom. So then I call her back after I mailed the murder weapon to the FBI and his plot to do a court fraud murder using Social Security Administration to buy these items that he can use in court fraud with this rape frame of BB Jennifer to kill me for my ID for Trump. I call her back and tell her it was just a ransom. Now he goes dormant for 10 years and then he takes that, and Donald Trump takes that ransom out of the FBI building and kills Helen Grace Striplin, her family, and everybody with just the ransom only. And it was a complete lie. Thank you.